Hello everybody, and welcome to another review. Before we begin, just a quick update on that rebranding stuff. Turns out I was gonna try to just throw something quick up on my phone. That's not working. YouTube sucks. So I'm gonna have to boot up the old PC at some point, probably tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I don't give a shit either. But at some point I'm gonna have to throw up the old PC and record a video, or not record a video, rebrand the channel. So for now, we're still the same we're still doing the mask stuff. Couldn't be bothered, there are crazy get-ups, I'm just in my PJs. So I was kind of torn, because recently I've been getting full figures, and I'm like, I need to review these. And I'm like, I don't want to review any of these until I can get the shit the shit thrown up by like full figures that are gone this month, and I'm like, oh, I need to review these because I've never, because two of these have had like a lot of hype. For one of these figures, that hype's kind of like died down a bit because it's now considered a bit of an older figure. Where's that little bloke go? There he is. There he is. I figured I'm just gonna review him now, so that way maybe my channel could build up some hype, and I can get some views, possibly more subscribers. So anyway, we are reviewing just something small and quick. First up, one of the reviews you can look forward to. I'm reviewing one of the four. I got two of them today. Got one in the mail like last week maybe, and I got this bloke back in I actually got this douchebag all in this month actually. And I think I got this guy back in June, because I got him pre-ordered. Ectotron. I have to review this guy. He's quite good. Except the proton pack. I'll talk more about that when we get to that. As well as this, either Classics or Generations Astro Train. It's the Bullet Train one. Got the gun just plugged on top. I figured that looked a lot more cool. With some cheeky little stickers on the wings. Note, this is one of the ones I got from a comic book shop that came with the stickers. I got it today. Pretty good, pretty good. I have to say this figure is actually quite good for an older figure. And again, I think all the figures are quite good. And then another one, the one I got second most recently, is this fellow, Siege Optimus. We have to do a review of him at some point too, I reckon. But today it's about a very special little B-boy. Sorry if I sound a little bit like that YouTuber Theo Adams. I have this crazy thing I do sometimes where I see a piece of media and I just start talking like them, and it just like if I just hear a British accent, I will copy the British accent just naturally. It's quite annoying for me because the only time I talk is when I'm watching like American videos or like listening to like American accents or something like that. I don't know, if I just get really into something, I start copying accents off of it, which sucks. Like sometimes if I'm like on Discord, I'll start talking like the demo man from Team Fortress 2. Not in like a roleplay way, but just like a way as like I want to. Anyway, got the old pillow set up. So anyway, today we're reviewing a special little boy, a special little B-boy. And for once, I actually have the official name for a figure. That's because this guy, I got him today, and I haven't had a chance to lose the introductions yet. This is high octane bumblebee. It's backwards in the video, and I like the instructions. They're really good, as compared to the other guy I've gotten recently. Like they went from like these nice, these like hold on. Okay, actually that's good enough. That's good enough. They went from like these nice like whites and bright colors, as you can see here, so it's like easy to kind of try to depict that. And now they're doing like dark grays, dark colors, like you can't even tell what's going on, especially with the Decepticon ones. The muted purple is like cancerous, it's just so bad. But anyway, high octane bumblebee, and it's a deaf little fellow. It's a deaf little fellow. It's a little b-boy. He's got a nice vehicle mode. The texture, actually, I never really talk about this mostly, because texture isn't usually important. But this guy, he feels different. You know, he's got like a texture to him. Now he feels kind of smooth, but you know, some guys like Astro Train, he feels smooth. He looks smooth. But this guy, he looks like he's actually got some texture to him, and he kind of does. He's a nice little fellow. I like his vehicle mode. It rolls, and that's a good thing about movie bees, is that either the wheels are always like off, like not all of them touch the ground sometimes, which is annoying. With this guy, it's kind of hard not to get that, and or they just flat out have something wrong with them that makes them kind of a bad figure for vehicle modes, like that first movie, Bumblebee, I might have reviewed a while back. I think I reviewed it. I know I recorded a video for it. I don't think I ever reviewed it. And don't ask for the video because I lost it when I reset my phone. But this guy is actually not that bad. He has a gimmick, but it's not quite intrusive. It's just right there. It's his little launcher. It's attached to his hand. So he'll never get like a casual bee pose. But he's not like other bees. He can actually like hold weapons, which I'll show you here in a second. Yeah, little vehicle mode. It's quite nice. I don't know if you can tell, but the details. He has no headlights. It's just all grill. So I'm gonna pause it real quick and get into robot mode to show you that. And here we have the cheeky b-boy in robot mode, and he's actually quite good. I love him. He's a cute little boy. He's the perfect little pocket-sized on-the-go. Like, I don't know if this is deluxe class, if it's like a special class. It's not Premier Edition. It's just kind of like a regular one. And from what I've seen with Bumblebee, maybe they're doing like for like actual movie figures. For the past, what, while now, they're doing like smaller guys, small little daft guys with gimmicks and stuff. You could tell he's just a small little daft boy. He's got the usual articulation. And I like this guy because he feels like the Bumblebee figures of old, you know? He just feels really Bumblebee-ish, like you know how I talked about my Battle Blades Bumblebee. He's got all the Battle Blade Bumblebee kibble. He's got the little door tires, and I mean the windows don't fold down. His little exhausts don't fold in, but yeah, who can help that? For what it is, it's a really nice figure. It's got basically the whole top of the car fold on his back, and he's got the back of the car. The tail lights just hanging off his fucking legs, and they gotta sit like that, or else this little front black detail won't be lined up, and it'll look kind of stupid. And I like this color scheme. I liked this Camaro in the movie because it's not the same old, you know, yellow Camaro. It's different. It feels like the first movie Bumblebee. How he was like a different Camaro before he was in that badass muscle car Camaro. It just feels like that, you know. This feels like a movie Bumblebee, and it's quite nice. Daft gimmick and all. He's got one of these old ball launchers where you just kind of push it from the back and it shoots out at you, and you know, it's just a little ball at the end, and the force you put into it ends up launching it. Like, it's just really good. I always like those launchers because they're not on like hair triggers, like with Warpath. His missile, it was always on a hair trigger. Like, you had to cut the butt end off, or else if you put him down the wrong way, he would fly off and you'd lose it. I ended up losing it anyway, and now it's a smaller missile. It's kind of hard, and the funny part is I keep finding the shit I cut off, which sucks. This missile is storable in robot mode. It's the only one I have. It said it was 100% complete because it's the other one I got at the comic book store. $12 for this guy, and I'm pretty sure he was maybe at least a little bit more, maybe at least 15 for this little dude. But dude, luckily I got him in pretty good condition. The launcher still works just fine. He is like really solid still. So I'm thinking maybe somebody took him out, played with him once, and he's like, hey, he's alright, but you know, it's not something I'm gonna keep, maybe. And then sold it to the comic book shop, and then I eventually got it. Which I went over that, right? The other day, I got some Transmetals, because they had a $5 Transformers stand, and then they had this like back area that we were in, and they closed off the back area, and they put all the $5 Transformers in the bin, and there's just a small little box at the back. I think they're gonna donate it to somebody, like donate it to children in need, because they've had it for a while. Even though they don't know, I would totally take the whole box of stuff. But yeah, this is just a nice bumblebee. The only thing I would change is these kibble bits. They do fold down really nicely if you have the thing like closed up, but it has to be open, so he has like this permanent like Dracula cape vibe going on, which is kind of sucky. But who's to complain when you got all this stuff? It's forgivable. It's just a nice little bite-sized bumblebee, and like I said, he can hold weapons. Let me just get Astrotrain's gun real quick. Yeah, there we go. Since I have him right next to me, he can actually like hold guns with not as much ease as I thought. This is a pretty good gun. Even Astrotrain has trouble holding it. There we go. Whoa. I even did the fucking few. Whoa. Shit. I gotta stop watching YouTube before making YouTube videos. But yeah, you can hold Astrotrain's gun for a while. Most guns were like the same sized handles, and he's got the open hand design. So if you ever had like a sword with like a long enough handle, you could probably dual wield it if you had like a little more articulation. I mean, articulation wise, he's good. He's got a swivel going forward and backwards. It's a little odd with the door thing. You can't go all the way around, of course, because of the windows, but he can go back a little bit. He's got a ratcheted. It's like he's a small figure. Why would you ratchet him? But he's got a ratcheted shoulder going out. I would show you, but the hinge that like makes this pull out is like tighter than the ratchet. Like the ratchet's tighter than that. So I'm just gonna leave it. You're gonna have to take my word for it. And he's got like a swivel just above the elbow. His elbow is also ratcheted very hard. It's like, because it's like the way you design this, you know, how it is. These are like heavy duty ratchets that you would put on like maybe some like more heavy duty figures, and those are the only two ratcheted joints. Like all the other joints are nice, solid, just like regular joints. There's a upper thigh swivel. He's got the usual bumblebee automorph foot articulation, except it locks into the car mode spot position, and it's not quite the automorph actually. It's a bit of an assisted automorph. You could tell the idea is there, but you know, it's whatever. So anyway, that's the cheeky little b-boy, and his head sculpt is very nice. You can't see it, well, you can kind of see it, but he's just got a couple blue eyes. His face is actually properly painted. I actually saw today a box set that had the original Barricade and the original Bumblebee, the old school Camaro one, in it, and it was like the exact same figure as my dad had, which made me question, did we have a Barricade at some point? Or what? Like, and he's got like the fucking Predator claw paint job going on, like they only painted a couple parts of his face. Like most of his face is like his like face is like black, and he's got like gray bits painted that makes him look like he's got that predator claw mouth going on. I'd show you, but it's perfectly safe in robot mode because I don't like touching it because it falls to bits easily. Not actually, it's just the front hood for some reason is on some kind of a springy thing. I don't know if that's supposed to be like some kind of gimmicky thing. I don't see other people use. I don't know why it's like that. It's like stronger than the actual tabs themselves at this point, which is super annoying. I figured out how to trick that though. You kind of like twist the upper arm pieces, which become like the parts that that are supposed to like hold the tabs in the front of the car mode. You like kind of twist those and you adjust those until the car stays in place. Then you carefully set it down and never touch it again unless you want to display it in robot mode, which most people do that anyway. So, but in case you want to transform that, there's a tip right there. Anyway, this is 15 minutes for something of this size and this caliber. That's too long of a review. But you know me, talking on end. I think I had a 1 hour review for like a Voyager figure at some point. And yeah, I actually went to the comic book store today. I was like, whoa. Oh shit, sorry. I was like, whoa, it's... The fuck? Whatever. But yeah, they have a great selection, because every time I go there, they have it, like, they rearrange the shelves, they move product. I guess they have so many Transformers, they just kind of rotate them out. Like, there was this Wreck-Gar there, and I kind of regretted not getting him, and I was going to get him today, because he was within my price range. I had like 27 bucks. I had to borrow some money to get both these guys already, because for some reason tax raised my maybe $1 to $2 missing that I needed to like $4, so I had to take out the trash just to afford these two little guys, but it was kind of worth it, because like I said, this feels like my childhood, and you know, Astro Train was the other one, and he's worth it. He's not the best Astro Train, but he's a Astro Train, and I love him. But anyway, I was there, and they had a bunch of the whole top shelf was like G1, G2, a bit of some other guys, but mostly G1 and G2. They had a whole yellow Devastator, and the funny part is, they had to put not KO on the little price stickers. They wrote not KO on there. Even my dad was like, oh, it's a knockoff. No, it's not KO, because it was a G2 Devastator with the wax symbols, and usually only see wax symbols like that on like knockoffs. Like for the most part, it's like the same symbols except for Beast Wars and G2. And I know what the symbols look like because I actually own a couple of the G2 Devastator boys. I have Long Haul and Bone Crusher, I think it is. I lucked out. I also own some other Trekkie guy, which I showed you at some point. I know I showed you those guys. But yeah, they had G1 guys, and then they had some guys that reminded me of my childhood. They have Dirge, the movie Dirge. I have him, I'm just missing the missile launchers, but I remember Dirge. I have fond memories of Dirge. My Dirge is in a little bit of a disrepair, though. It's missing one of the side panels for the back. Well, the peg is still there, just most of the panel isn't. As well as like a couple of the back fins, and like I said, both the missile things. I also saw this, the little turbo spring-loaded Optimus Prime with like the missile launching fist. It's all flat and pancakey, and I remember owning like 2 or 3 of those guys. I was like, oh, you're so great. I fucking loved that, man. I got an actual Optimus Prime, and I broke him immediately. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is too complicated. I want to go back and get one of those just so I could see how complicated it really was. Like, I have his foot in a box. I can go get it, but it's too far away. But yeah, they had some of the usual stuff. They had one of the movie Starscreams. I believe it was a Voyager guy. It was the guy with the tri-missile pods. And they had like the missiles you could like on his like wings. His wings kind of like folded in half, kind of. And they had Wreck-Gar there again, but then they had this little bumblebee guy. I was like, okay, he's cute. And then they had a cog there, and I was thinking maybe they'll have one of the weaponizer guys, because I've been meaning to get it. I was originally gonna get a 6-gun, but I was like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And then they had fucking cog there. And I was super tempted to get him because he was the same price as Astro Train. The thing is, I was gonna get him. I forgot about him, and I was like, shit, I was gonna get something that's $14.99. I saw Astro Train, and I was like, oh, that's $14.99. Might as well get it. That must be the one I was thinking about. It wasn't until later that I resaw Cog, but it was like, hey, it's too late. I'm just gonna go with this. And yeah, but anyway, over in that back area I was talking about, I found all those $5 Transformers. It was a bunch of Beast Wars figs. It's like I said, I'll take those. There was a Rhinox there. He was like missing his tail, I think. There was another version of this Transmetal Rat Trap I have. It was like a red one. It was just a bunch of good stuff. But anyway, before I get we're about to reach 20 minutes, so, you know, I better end this here, or else I'm just gonna rant on forever. 5 minutes of me ranting. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Also, I'm gonna try to do my rebranding at some point, but for now, I might get like maybe one more review out of the way before I just stop and be like, no, no more stuff before you rebrand. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on the bell because YouTube's stupid.